Hey everyone, Brad Clark for Rigging Dojo. I just wanted to do a quick rig tip on Human IK and using the skeleton generator. So under skeleton, we can get to the Human IK node and go ahead and click on Create Skeleton. With Autodesk pushing their new Maya LT version and just kind of a renewed interest in Human IK I'm seeing on the internet message boards, I wanted to cover the skeleton generator just to kind of steer you into ways, if you want to use it, how you can use it and not create a rig that doesn't work so well. So when we create the skeleton, it gives us this auto skeleton generator tool, and it creates a very flat planar skeleton. And if we look at the local rotation axes Maya generates with this tool, they're basically all world aligned, and that makes sense because all the joints are built in a flat plane. I'm going to display the local rotation axes. So now if I were to go ahead and edit this clavicle position, which I do a lot, I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit, you can see that the skeleton doesn't update. So normally we would use the orient joint tool. Okay, usually it works. Make sure that's 0. There we go. Weird. Alright, so now that it's oriented, if we go back to the character controls and we adjust something like neck count, let's say, you can see that this axis flipped out. And inside the, at least for the full version of Maya, under the skeleton, there's a way to mirror left and right. This only does position, and basically every time you do a change, any edits to the skeleton you do are going to get corrupted, which is no good. Most of the time you don't want that default skeleton shape. You want to fit it to your character. So this is good for an initial pass, and then once you get these settings set up, don't change them, and using the mirror left right here is not going to help you. Now the reason this is important to know is that the definition by default will be set up to use this character. But I'm going to recommend that if you use the skeleton generator, just use it for the initial pass and then go into the outliner, and we're going to turn off show DAG objects only, and we're going to grab this node HIK skeleton generator and delete it. And now these are no longer linked. The UI is no longer linked to the skeleton. The definition is still mapped though. But let's say we want to fix the orients, so we'll go ahead and orient joint, and then we're going to use the skeleton mirror joint tool. Just make sure you search for left and replace with right so that it replaces the default name, and then you can just go back in and remap your nodes. You can just double click, and once you remap your nodes, you can characterize it, and your skeleton will be set up with better orients if I had finished those, and you can still use the automatic characterization node and save yourself some time. Now, once you've got your skeleton generated and you may have changed the names and remap things, you can go ahead and do an edit definition and go ahead and save your definition. So you can save this as your own custom skeleton name, and you'll be able to recharacterize without having to use the skeleton builder each time and have to redo it by hand. So you can reuse these definitions, and it creates a little XML file that maps everything. So I hope that helps. Thanks.